All right, so good evening, everyone, and you're welcome once again to our weekly book review. Today is a special day, and what we have decided to do today is to do a quick review of the part one of Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller, and also do a game just to be sure that we are not on our own doing this, that we are with others doing it, and we're going to be doing a game review or like a game, and the game will be focusing on the first book we have read, and the part one of Attitude is Everything that we have read, right? Only 15 questions, and just to let the cat out of the bag, first prize will be taking 10K, 10,000 naira, while the second winner will be taking 7,500 naira, and then the third place will be taking 5,000 naira. Just a token from Kaizen, just to encourage us and drive the zeal. Like, just to remind all of us, our goal is to encourage people to read, and we have chosen some of those books. The first book we chose, How to Win, Friend, and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, was selected, and we read that. Second one, we did like a vote, and eventually the book with the highest vote got the winner, and we are reading that. We've completed the first part of it. So today, like I said, we'll be doing a game, but the game will be coming after a review from the part one. And the way we want to go about it is we want to open the floor for all of us to share our thoughts on the first part of the book. The first part of the book has 5 components, right? And okay, maybe I should say the first part of the book has the title Success Begins with the Mind. That's the first part of the book. And it has 5 lessons that Jeff shared with us. Number 1 lesson that he shared with us is your attitude is your window to the world, right? The second one was you are a human magnet. The third one is picture your way to success. The fourth one is make a commitment. You will move mountains. And then the fifth one, which is the last one we reviewed last week, was turn your problems into opportunities. So I don't know if you've been part of us, please feel free to raise your hand and share your thoughts around the reviews that we've done so far on this part one. If there's any lesson you want to learn, we'll be doing this for about 15 to 20 minutes. And after that, we'll go into the game proper. All right, so the floor is open. If you have any comments or any insights you want to share with us from what we have reviewed so far from part one, please feel free. Right, feel free. Just raise your hand and then we'll give you the mic to speak. While we are waiting for people, I'll start from the first one, which is your attitude is your window to the world. For me, I picked 3 critical things from this section. Number 1 is that the way you see the world is about your perception and your attitude to the world itself. And he used a concept called half empty and half full in the book. And the meaning of this is, if you see a bottle of water that is half, right? 2 people can present the same emptiness in 2 ways. A person can say it is half empty, which means that the person is focusing on the negative part of that bottle, which is the empty part of it, right? Another person can actually come and say it is half full, which means that the person is focusing on the fullness of that bottle, right? So Jeff is telling us here that the way you perceive the world, if all your perception about the world is negative, then you will struggle and always find everything negative and sometimes difficult. But if you truly think that the world, everything you see, you find positivity in it, you will be positive. Though you might still struggle, but it will be easier on you because your state of mind really determines how you see the world. And that's why I said that your attitude is your window to the world. The way you see the world is based on your attitude. The second lesson I learned from the lesson one is that as children are they are innocent and their windows are very clear and not as blurry as adults that we are. Please, if you have comment, feel free to raise your hand. That children, as a child, and he said when you are trying to walk, is use a scenario. If you are trying to walk and you fall down, you will decide to, like a child, right? Child will just stand up without looking at anybody and laugh and then keep moving. But for us adults, when we are down at times, we are held down with that downfall, quote and unquote, and we are so tired and we are worried. What will this person say? But so he's saying that that window is blurry. That for us to really enjoy the positive side of life, we need to empty that our mind and have the perception of a child that anything that happens, take it with a positive mind and then move forward. And then the last lesson I learned from your attitude is your window to the world is that you need to make genuine effort to clean your window, right? So if you have a window and you want to look at outside from where you are, you will, if the window is dirty or the window is cloudy or there is hazy, you will not be able to see from inside. So he's saying clean your window. And what does it mean by clean your window? Nurture your mind to be positive about life, and then you'll be fine. All right. Somebody dropped the comments. The comment is my key takeaway, right? From that is we can't control everything, but we can control our attitude. Positive attitude leads to success. Power of self-talk. Practice daily gratitude and challenge negative self-talk. Learning to bounce back from setback and bounce back. So basically, that's the lesson. Thank you, Moradeyo, for sharing your thoughts on that. The second chapter, the second lesson is you are a human magnet. And for me, a human magnet here is focused on the way is telling us that anything you conceive in life, you will likely achieve it, right? And that's what that chapter is saying, to say that sometimes if you want to achieve anything, you just need to dream it. Dreaming here is not the dream we have when we sleep. Dreaming here is aspiration, is optimism, is thinking about it, right? So he's saying you are a human magnet here, means that whatever you conceive, you will achieve it. The second lesson he says here is that the dominant thoughts in your mind will determine how you will find yourself. And the meaning of this is that if your mind is dominated by negativity, and Jeff is not trying to deny here that we are human beings, there are cases where we would have negative thoughts. But what he's saying is, if you dominate your mind with positive thinking, right, you will have positive outcomes. And lastly is repetition. It tells something about repetition in this chapter 2, saying that if you want to do things, just keep repeating it. And I remember when we were reviewing it here, we mentioned the book, The Outlier, saying that for anything you want to be proficient in, you just need to practice it for minimum of, I think, 10,000 hours, right? And then you will suddenly be proficient in it. So the third one goes to picture your way to success. And it spoke about mental movies here, saying that you need to take responsibility about the kind of movie you play for yourself. If the kind of movie you play for yourself is negative, then your outcome will likely be negative, right? And he used the word visualization here. And he said, visualization is the movies of the mind, which means that you can play a movie for yourself. Say, oh, I want to retire in this kind of, in Bahamas. I want to retire in Zanzibar, right? Or I want to retire in Canada. That is some picture that you have painted. Said you can paint that picture and make efforts to achieve that picture. And he said, You have absolute, or you are responsible for your movies. You can try to create a movie that is horrible, a horror movie for yourself. That is you. You have to live by it. But if you are positive and you create a positive movie for yourself, you're able to achieve your goals. The fourth chapter, which focused on make a commitment and you will move mountain, right? Just want to be sure that I'm not alone. I'm saying chat. If you are here, just like drop a chat, raise your hand, just to indicate that I'm not alone here. Oh, okay. I can see that Sharif Akon is with me. I'm not alone. Okay, good, 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 good. Make a commitment and you'll move mountain. Yeah, I can see Suleiman Olakunle. Thank you for being with me. Make a commitment and you move mountains. So he said it defined the concept of, thank you so much for all of us indicating. It defined the word commitment as willingness to do whatever it takes legally to achieve anything. And I will add, legally and ethically required to achieve anything. So he's saying, if you want to do something, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a millionaire, right? And my mind, I've cleared my window, I've had positive mind, I've done all of that. That if you make a commitment, so what do I need to be a billionaire that is legally and it's ethical, right? Then you can do that thing and you give it what it takes. And at the end of that chapter, it told us that make a commitment today. So it means that if you truly follow the book, you can look at it and say, oh, I want to make a commitment for myself. And lastly is turn your problems into opportunities. Yeah, and basically what he's saying here is that there are several ways where challenges will come to all of us, right? We cannot say that nobody will face challenges, but the point here is if you are positive about it, you'll still see opportunity from it, right? You still see opportunity from it. So this is basically what we have learned so far on this journey of ours. Let me just take one or two comments before. Yes, we are with you. I want to hear how to make. So, okay, Suleiman Olakunle, I'll give you 1 minute to make your comments, and then because we need to start the game in the next 2 minutes. So, Suleiman Olakunle, over to you.
Okay, all right. Good evening, all. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. We can hear you clearly.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I just quickly want to stress on the commitment part. I remember when I was trying to start my my farming career. Yeah, it all started, by thinking about it, reading and all.
I cannot hear Suleiman again. Is that my network? Okay, so let's take Sharif Akon. And Sharif, you have 1 minute, please.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good. I just want to make a quick point on the last part reviewed, which is the book 6, where we talk about opportunity. And I want to remind us that opportunities in terms of difficulties. And I want to cite example of, I want to take Nigeria as a typical example of what I can call case study. We are at the point where people are complaining. And I think Kazim gave us example. This is time that we need to take that deliberate effort of making and taking opportunity out of this difficulty time, learning skills, taking courses online. And at the end of the day, it's going to give us a room when opportunity comes, we can exploit all our learned skills. And it's very important. It's a difficult time, but by the time we take opportunity out of it, we all gain it at the end of the day. I think it was given an example of Abacha stove at that time where we have issues with our economy with Abacha regime. So this is a Tinubu regime now. We should take something out of it. And at the end of the day, we have our focus to say, hey, alhamdulillah for everything. That's my comments.
All right. Thank you, Sharif. Suleiman, are you back on the call? All right. Suleiman is not back. Okay, so we would just, so that's summarily what we have done for part one. And our goal is when we review part one like this, we just want all of us to keep the lesson handy and ensure that we apply it as much as we were able to. So we're going to go to our game. Like I said, the game is, they're just 15 simple questions, very simple question indeed. They're not even difficult questions, right? And I think I'll just allow you. So they're just 15 questions, and each question would take just 20 seconds, and then we are done. Like I said, the first prize will be taking 10,000 naira. So the meaning is when you are creating your profile on this, please use a descriptive name we can use to identify you, and then you can chat us up later. So let me share my screen. Okay, so, and the way the game is being played is very simple. Kahoot is, so you can see, just go to the website, kahoot.it. I'm dropping it in the chat, right? Kahoot.it. That's the website. I just dropped it in the chat. So what you're doing is, when you open Kahoot.it, it will ask you to put in a PIN. Please, if you have any challenge with this, you can unmute your mic and ask questions. Just go, open your phone, go to Chrome, type kahoot.it, and then you see game pin, and then you put the pin you have here is 4811139. I'm also dropping that in the chat to help us. Are we set? So you can also use the link I dropped in the chat to start this. Like I said, it's just 15 cheap questions. So once you open that, you see on here, I'm seeing people joining. I'm seeing Sly, I'm seeing MP, I'm seeing Mide. Okay, what else? I'm seeing Sahid, Sophia, Big Debo, okay, Evelyn. I hope you can all see my screen. Kashima Wo. So when it's exactly 7:50, we would start. Meaning I can see illustrator. Okay. Okay. Who else? I only have 11 players. And how many people do I have on the call? Aside the admins, we have 37. So let's even say the admin guys are 5. So I'm expecting to see about 30 people at the minimum joining this. Let's join. Okay, I can see Abdul Kudus, Tita, Abdurrahman, Folashade, Ibrix, right? Okay. More. We have 16 people. We want to see more. Okay. We have 1 minute to go. We still have, okay, 17. Prof. I hope Prof will not be taking all our questions. And like I said, the questions will be covering from How to Influence People, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, as well as the part 1 of Jeff Keller's book you have read. Okay. I think we have 18 people. Should I go? The pin, please.
The pin again, please.
The pin is, you can click the link in the chat and it will link you directly to it. The pin is 4811139. 18. 1139. You can just click the link in the chat. You get it. The same, that will take you to the same destination. Okay, I think we'll start. 1, 2, go. So we start. So the first question is coming out. So the way you pick it is your phone is your keypad, and the question will show on the screen. You pick the relevant option on your keypad. So the question, number 1 question, according to Jeff Keller in his book, Attitude is Everything, visualization is often described as So you have the first option, triangle pointing up, movies of the mind, right? Mirror and digital camera, spiritual surgeon, the magnet. I have 7 responses so far. Okay, so with this, okay, only 3 people got it right. Only 5 people answered this question. What happened?
Just out of your mouth.
You said?
I didn't get the question, but it has passed. Though.
No, you need to check. You are not listening to the meal. You are watching my screen. Do you understand? You are watching my screen to get the question, and you are using your phone to respond to it. So you're watching my screen, and then you are answering. So the next question will move. So from this, Ibrahim has the highest score, and Kashimawo has the next score. So we have Ibrahim, Kashimawo, and Rahman. So we'll move. The second question, Dash is responsible for our movies. That's the question. So pick the relevant option from your phone. Our parents are responsible for our movies. Our teachers are responsible for our movies, ourselves or our mentors. And we explain to ourselves our movies, the way we create it, the way we see it. 11 responses. This is getting better. 13. Boom. Okay. So 12 people answered. Okay. 12 people answered this correctly. So from this, Ibrahim is still the leading person. We have Ramon as second and Kashimawo as third. I move to the third question. Don't forget the question is on my screen. So you check your phone for the question. Sorry, you check the screen for the question and the response will be on your part. The third question, write a check to yourself was used by Jeff to describe optimism and aspiration for successful outcome, determination and videography, struggle and attitude, love and efficiency. 4 responses, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, tick, 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 tock. All right, 11 people answered this correctly. Ibrahim is no longer on the scoreboard. We have Rahman having the highest, Sophia is the next, and Big Debo. We'll move to the fourth question. Kaizen is a dash word, which means Kaizen is a Japanese, so you are basically picking 2 words. Kaizen is what word? Is it an American word? Is it a Japanese word? And what does it mean? Does it mean continuous strength, confidence, improvement, or continuous improvement? 10 responses, 11, then boom. 9 people answered this correctly. Rahman is still on the scoreboard. Sophia is next. Ibrahim is there. Ibrahim, you are coming back. So let's see. The 5th question, what is the core idea behind Dead Carnegie's approach to winning friends and influencing people? The options are criticize, condemn, complain to get what you want. The second one is focus on building relationships and understanding others. Third one is show people their mistakes and weaknesses. Use manipulation and coercion to achieve your goals. Okay? Yes. 14 people answered this correctly. Speed is also important. Rahman is still on the scoreboard. He's still leading. Ibrahim is coming back. Sophia is the third. So the speed that you use to respond to this is also very critical. You go to the 6th question. Jeff was tired of being Dash and eventually became Dash. Okay. Jeff was tired of being a doctor and eventually became a lawyer, a movie director, a motivational speaker. Okay, so we need to move a bit faster. Okay, 3, 2, and then 1. Okay, 10 people answered this correctly. Who is still leading? Wow, Sophia is coming. Then we have Rahman coming. Ibrahim, you are still pushing. Let's go. So the 7th question. According to Dale to Carnegie, what should you do instead of criticizing people? Point out their mistakes publicly, ignore their faults and focus on their strengths, offer constructive feedback privately, avoid them altogether. Just avoid them if they are giving you trouble. All right. We have 14 responses, 15. Boom. 9 people answered this correctly. Sophia, then Ibrahim is coming back. Let's go. The next question, 8 or 5. What is essential for effective listening according to Carnegie? interrupting to show expertise, planning your response while the other person speaks, giving advice without being asked, showing genuine interest in the discussion. Who is getting this? Tick, 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 tick. 13 responses so far. Then 12 people answered this correctly. Ibrahim, are you coming up? Sophia is still holding forth. Ibrahim next. Rahman third. The 9th question, what should you do when faced with an argument? Just slap the person. Stand your ground and prove your point. Avoid taking sides and change the subject. Make genuine effort to appreciate the opponent's perspective. Become defensive and attack the opponents. All right. 13, 14, and then 7 people answered this correctly. Yes, Ibrahim is back. Sophia, wow. Ibrahim is back. Rahman second. MP and Sophia is now struggling on the 4th point. 10th question. Which of the following best reflect Carnegie's advice on how to handle mistakes? Be brave and explain why you made the mistake. Admit mistakes quickly and emphatically. Be smart and deflect it. Avoid discussion smartly. 9, 10, 13, 12. Okay. 11 people answered correctly. I need to. Rahma is coming. Let's go. Ibrahim now. According to Mike, what is the essence of the ultimate secret to getting everything you want? Hard work, commitment, stakeholder analysis, intelligence. Okay. 3 more seconds to go. Boom. 13 people answered this correctly. Rahman, Ibrahim, let's go. Okay, we have 3 more questions. According to Jeff Keller, Dash is required to sustain commitment and make the desired outcome achievable. Luck, persistence, failure, motivation. Luck, persistence, failure, motivation. All right, 3 more seconds to go. 13 people answered correctly. Let's see. Yeah, Rahman is really pushing. Let's go. What is the main idea behind the principle? Give honest and sincere appreciation. Flattery works better than sincerity. People are more motivated by appreciation than criticism. Always be honest, and even if it is negative, avoid giving compliments to maintain authority. Okay, 9 people answered this correctly. Who is Rama is still holding forth. 14th question. What does Carnegie suggest is the sweetest and the most important sound? Success, name, thank you, music. Is it success? Is it their name? Is it to say thank you to them? Or is to give them nice bedu? 6 seconds to go. Boom. 7 people answered correctly. MP is coming with fire. Then the last question determines the winner. Why is smiling important according to Carnegie? It makes you appear weak. It is contagious and it helps create a positive impression. It's unnecessary in serious conversations. It helps you dominate the conversation. This is the determinant of the winner. Sorry, everyone, we may be spending about 2 minutes more than the time we planned. 13 people answered correctly. And then this is the third position goes to Rama. Rama, please drop your number and your bank account. Just drop your number in the chat. Sophia is the second. And the winner is MP. Wow. MP is the winner for this. 4th runner-up is Illustrator. And the last runner-up, I think, is Ibrahim Aiso. Thank you. Congratulations to MP. Congratulations to Rama. And congratulations to Sophia. Like I said, the winner, MP, will be getting 10,000 naira from Kaizen, while Sophia will be getting 7,500 naira from Kaizen. And the third place, Rama, will be getting 5,000 naira. I know the money is not the big deal, but it's just the fun of learning. So please join us next week. We really appreciate this time. So please, the 3 participants, please drop your phone number. So, okay, this is Issa Jubril is what? Please, let's know the person because we didn't see the name. Issa
I'm
Jubril, what?
MP.
You are MP. Wow. so Sophia, okay, I know Sophia. And then the last person,
Rahma.
Rahma, please drop your number in the chat or chat me up one-on-one. We want to thank everybody for your time. We appreciate your contribution and we want to say this is a very good one for us. We hope to have more of this. Next week, we'll be proceeding to the part 2 of Jeff Keller's book, Everything, Attitude is Everything, and we hope to see you there. Thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye.